Good
I'm gonna
to
get
see
through this one
Ethan
quickly, you guys.
knock this one out of the park.
Yeah, nice work.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah, it's immensely satisfying to solve these ring puzzles, get that damage boost, and then do a ton of damage when you get into the attack phase. You can get through these battles really quickly if you master this system. And this is a wave battle, so you've got multiple groups of enemies that you're going to have to fight.
Oh, Ethan's making it look so easy.
Yeah, you're thrashing these guys.
You know me.
Oh, sorry, we threw you off. That was our fault.
And of course I leave a couple. I know.
One of the things I really love is
though,
seeing the little comments that the toads in the stands have, because some of them are just so hilarious that it's almost distracting, honestly.
So we should mention that solving the puzzle in the battles isn't required.
This is just to show
you
you,
can
I guess,
still
that...
move on.
Oh, go ahead, Sam.
Oh, sorry, Ethan.
Yeah. No, that's what I was gonna say.
Oh, okay. Sorry, there's a little bit of delay that we're working through. Yeah, we were just saying that you don't need to solve the puzzle in order to move on. You can still work your way through the battle, but solving the puzzle and getting that damage boost is really going to help you rack up those bonuses like you saw Ethan get. He got a ton of coins at the end of that last battle, and the coins are so useful in this game. You might think that, oh, he has over 8,000 coins, and, that's plenty, but you can burn through those really quickly.
Definitely, and we've just entered into a battle with the shiny. Maybe, Sam, can you talk a little bit about the weapon that Ethan has chosen to use?
Yeah, so he's battling some spinies right now, which it probably wouldn't be a good idea for Mario to jump on those with his regular boots attack. So he equipped some iron boots there, which allowed him to jump on those spinies. Now your boots and your hammer, you'll always be able to use those attacks. Those will never deplete. But certain special attacks, like the iron boots that he was using there, will deplete after a while.
Very true. And one thing that I just wanted to point out, it's very little, but something I enjoy is that when you finish a battle, the enemy kind of explodes into this giant cloud of confetti, and it really makes you feel like it's celebrating your victory. Just little things I really enjoy. Oh, and here we're at Monty Mole. Looks like he's hawking something and wants to know if you'd like to buy it. Aha, so this is one of the orbs that you will need to bring back to the Earth Elemental Temple, which we saw earlier. Oh, sorry, go ahead, Ethan.
Oh, no, you were saying the exact same thing I was.
10,000 coins is a little
steep. Oof. Yeah, I'd say don't buy it.
Nah.
We can get him down to a cheaper price.
Yeah, we can do better than that,
Definitely.
Mr. Mole.
Ooh. Well, that's not bad. 5,000.
What do you guys say?
It's getting better, but
Ethan?
I think we could push this guy further.
Yeah, we could push it.
I didn't even have 10,000 to start with.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ooh, 3,000.
That sounds okay.
Can we
I'm
push
gonna
him
say no.
lower?
Boy, you're breaking this poor mole's heart.
Even that paratrooper can't believe it.
I'm gonna keep going.
Or sorry,
I'm
the
feeling it.
Ethan!
Wow, 1,000. Nice party,
Okay,
Ethan.
take it.
Hey, okay. What do you guys say? I know.
I'd say take it.
1/10 of the price. Let's do this. Giddy up. Yeah, green shellstone get.
Fantastic.
Nice.
This is just one example of the many,
So,
really
I
enjoyable,
think we're going
fun
to take this
NPCs.
opportunity to...
Oh, sorry, Ethan, please continue.
and we're gonna cut away here, and we want to show you some of the boss battle action that this game has to offer. So I'm gonna switch over to that, and while I'm doing that, you guys feel free to chit chat.
Yeah,
Yeah,
one of the things that Ethan touched on just a little bit when we first walked into Overlook Mountain is the environments are connected organically into this big world to explore, which is one of the new things about this game that I really love. In previous titles in the series, you had the environments were separated into kind of this Super Mario World style overworld map. But here you've got this big connected world, and it feels much more like this big place to explore, where you could backtrack into areas that you've been before and maybe find some of the hidden toads or fill in some of the not bottomless holes that you might have missed. But I don't want to keep talking because we're getting to the red streamer here.
Ooh, yeah. So we've finally found the end of the red streamer that we saw earlier.
Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, we're gonna try to unravel this and maybe see if we can get that part of Princess Peach's castle set free. It looks like Mario's jump doesn't have enough oomph in it.
Nice save, Olivia.
Nice save, Olivia.
Triple
jinx.
In a round.
Alright, so we're coming up to our very first boss battle. Maybe, Sam, can you talk to us a little bit about what's different about a boss battle?
Yeah, certainly. We'll see a little bit more when we actually get into things. But in the battles with regular enemies that you were seeing before, Mario was in the center of the rings, and he was arranging the enemies into patterns. And you'll see when we get into the boss battle that the boss is in the center of the rings, and you're arranging the rings to guide Mario to the center so that he can attack the boss. And the bosses are puzzles in and of themselves, so it's going to take a little bit of figuring out to try and see what does damage to each of the bosses.
Definitely.
I love the boss.
I'd love to see Ethan use the toads in the boss battle, because they also do different things to help Mario out, and it's quite interesting.
Yeah, so those are some of those accessories that we were talking about earlier.
Yeah, I've got like Guard Plus on. Reduces my damage I'll take a little bit.
Right, and I think that other accessory, it adds on... Oh, sorry, you go.
Oh no, go ahead, Ethan. Or sorry, I'm Rihanna.
Oh no, it's all you.
No, I was just going to say that it looks kind of daunting at first, but it'll make a lot more sense when you see Ethan start moving. So Mario is going to travel on the path as dictated by these arrows. There you go. And he passed an envelope on the way, and that envelope gave him a hint about what he needs to do to damage the boss.
Right,
and
told me to
stepping on
get
that
out my
icon.
hammer once I'm behind it.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna do that.
And he passed that on icon that was in Mario's path, so he activated it, and that turned on those magic circles, which could be useful later. Nice work.
Very nice.
Thank you. All right, let's see. Now, I need to get in front, I think. So I'm going to move this attack icon in front, and then what else do I need to do? Looking at my arrows to build my path here. That looks good, right? Okay, here we go.
That looks... Oh, no.
By spending coins.
Ooh, big
Boy,
spender.
999. You're splashing out.
High roller. All right. Sam, do you want to tell us what's going on here?
Yeah, so in addition to tossing Mario some health, the Toads also activated kind of a guideline on the battlefield. So it doesn't show you where you need to go, but rather what Mario's current path will be based on the formation of the rings as they are. And it updates in real time as Ethan was adjusting the rings.
Yeah,
So
very
having turned
handy
on
little
the
tool for the boss
arms
battles.
here, I'm gonna get them out and use them in the battle here. So you can use them in the environment, but also they have a role in battles as well. Ooh, my arms are going nuts there for a second. Grab with the LZR, close that lid.
Get it together, Mario.
It's more like me, actually. I think Mario's doing fine.
Nice work.
Very nice.
If you get really good at the ring system in these boss battles, you can set up this really elaborate movement structure where Mario just kind of sweeps the board and collects absolutely everything there is before landing on the final spot that you need to damage the boss.
All right.
Get him,
one more.
Ethan.
Let's see. Getting one more good attack here. Nice.
Ooh.
Oh, he got me.
Ooh.
All right. Well, we're doing some good damage. As you'll
Yeah.
see. He's definitely
Yeah,
not
I haven't
done
been
yet.
hit by his color pencil missiles yet, so that's good.
No. Let's see.
Yeah,
here.
that's right. That's another important thing to mention. You can see those like targeting reticles that are on the ring system, and Ethan has been doing a really good job of avoiding those up until now.
I think I'm gonna do one more quick attack here with the 1,000-fold arms. All right, here we go. Close that lid one more time. Kind of found a good pattern that's working for me now.
Yeah.
All right.
He's
And
on his last
I guess
legs.
we'll just jump ahead one more. Let's see. I need to bring that there. Bring this over here.
Yeah, I think Ethan
that should
touched on
work.
it very briefly, but you see those icons with the fist on them. That's an attack icon, and you need to position that in Mario's final spot in order for him to be able to take an attack action when he reaches the boss.
Right. If that wasn't there, Mario would reach that spot and just fall over, which is
Yeah.
kind of sad. All right.
Nice block.
Very nice. Oh,
So he's not happy at all. I've been kind of
Yeah.
doing some damage on him, so he's getting out some sort of Gatling gun attack here.
Yeah, goodness gracious. Yeah, something tells me what you've been doing up until this point isn't going to cut it anymore. But
No, yeah.
but I think we're going to have to call it here because,
Yeah,
like we said,
we
you know,
don't
the
wanna show
bosses.
everything.
Yeah, the bosses are puzzles, and we don't want to show you the solution to the puzzle. As you know, especially because the game is coming out in just a short amount of time. Ethan, when is everybody going to be able to get their hands on this?
So this is coming out on Friday, July 17th. It's super colorful, really fun, lots of super fun areas to explore, and paper enemies to defeat. So please, I hope everybody will check it out.
Yeah, awesome. So thank you so much, Riona, and thank you, Ethan. And as we head out, we're going to play the announcement trailer one more time for those of you who might have missed it. And also because the announcement trailer does a really good job of highlighting some of the various environments that this adventure will take you that we couldn't hope to show you in just a single TreeHouse Live segment. So stay tuned for that. And right up and coming up, we're going to be taking a look at a brand new game. So stick around. Thanks, everyone. Hey everyone, welcome back to Nintendo TreeHouse Live. Before we dive in, we'd like to play a short video. This is a first reveal of a new game coming exclusively to Nintendo Switch this year. And right after, we'll see live gameplay and dig into some of the deep battle mechanics the game has to offer. So please take a look. Hey, welcome back. So Bakugan Champions of Vestroia. Let's introduce everyone. I'm Sam, and I'm here with Tyler from Nintendo, and two special guests.
Everyone?
We've got Steve. Hey, Tyler. We've got Steve Robert from Spin Master. Hey, Steve. Thank you for joining us.
Hello, brawlers.
And we've got Kenny Ilko from WayForward, one of my absolute favorite developers. And we want to shout out a special thanks to publisher Warner Brothers Interactive Entertainment. So Kenny and Steve, thank you, welcome, and let's see the game. Let's jump in.
All right, let's go over some features first. In Bakugan Champions of Vestroia, you are the hero in an epic action role-playing game with an original story expanding on the hit TV series and toy franchise. We've designed a unique, real-time, and turn-based brawling system offering pick-up-and-play ease and layers of strategy to discover. There's plenty of depth in our game, including faction resistance, increasing your Bakugan stats via in-game progression. Plus, you can selectively modify up to 4 special ability slots for each Bakugan on your team, before and after the battle. In addition to brawling, which you'll be doing a lot of in our game, explore an RPG world across a variety of environments and engage in over 100 quests. In all, you'll collect over 80 Bakugan, plus 200 special ability types and upgrades to help you and your Bakugan become champions. Did I mention 80 Bakugan? Actually, it's 81, because we've listened to our fans and we're bringing back Leonidas. Lastly, we're proud to announce in Bakugan Champions of Vestroia, you can play against brawlers around the world and online head-to-head multiplayer. All right, Kenny, let's get our brawl on.
All right, we'll pick up the first fight down here. So I'm basically jumping in a mid-story quest here. I was sent by a local kid to go and do some practicing before some tournaments coming up.
All right, the brawl's beginning.
Yeah, immediately you get a sense for just how huge they are.
Yeah, the scale of the Bakugan the intent was to make sure we kept the epic feel. You know, Bakugan are anywhere from like 2, 3, 4 stories tall, so we wanted to ensure that came through in combat as much as possible. So, you know, the combat system is kind of a hybrid to the TV show, as people are watching the TV show and then the toy and TCG. So, you know, we're running around here in the Hive Matrix real time, collecting energy cores, which are those blue hexagons on the field. Those energy cores give you the equivalent of mana in like a fantasy RPG game. So on the bottom left corner, that's my 4 abilities. Those are, you know, the equivalent of, you know, essentially casting a spell. So right now I'm getting beat down a little bit as I'm talking, but I will change the course here quickly. So one thing you'll notice also with the energy core is we bring in some tactics and decision making just from the energy cores alone. See the course she just picked up there. was a small energy glow, which means it has a lower quantity of energy that's going to supply you. The bigger the glow, the more energy you get. So now it becomes a decision of, do I want to get these 1 or 2 close cores, or do I want to go for the far bigger core with more energy deeper into the field while passing up, other options.
What's kind of interesting is like resource management, where you're having to collect the energy cores, but also plan what attacks or abilities you're going to use. Are you going to be quick to attack, or are you going to save more energy? And the strategy there is really what it comes down to. And looks like you won that brawl.
Indeed,
Well done,
yeah.
Dan.
And
Nice
I mean,
work
to your
by the-
point. Thank you.
I was going to say, by the skin of your teeth, you had 12 health left.
That was a nail biter.
I had another Bakugan in reserve. But yeah, to your
so
point,
Kenny...
Tyler, sorry, Steve, go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to give a little background on story really quick. So basically where Kenny ended up there was in his last brawl in a series of a quest, because he wants to impress this local hotshot named Larry, who's organizing a local tournament. Overall, our story interweaves between a series of tournaments and a larger investigation into a mysterious and abnormal earthquake activity going on in San Barbara's, which is the town of our game.
Yeah. Correct.
That's right.
So, the storyline I just picked up there that I'm quickly progressing through is hitting on the point that Steve was talking about, where that was one of your good friends. She's telling you about some of the earthquake activity that's abnormal for the area going on, and she's investigating into it. And I think that's kind of where your story starts to unfold for you. So now I'm just kind of taking back my poster pieces that I had found for Larry. Oh, got one more quick thing to do for Larry. Pick up an item he lost here at the lake. But returning back to the combat, you're going into combat with a team of 3 Bakugan, and once you collect up to 3. And that's where a lot of the strategy is going to come into play between your Bakugan and your 4 abilities that you assign to the Bakugan, which we'll get into a little bit more here in a few minutes.
Just something that I kind of noticed that maybe others may have noticed as well is that your Bakugan you are actually talking to, but in battle they're so much larger. And if you mind kind of going into a little bit of that relationship that you have with your Bakugan?
Your Bakugan are someone that you're actually befriending as you go.
That's pretty awesome. So you're going to build that relationship with your Bakugan as you continue to find more and change up your roster.
Correct.
I see a familiar face.
So there he is. Dan Kuzo.
The infamous Dan Kuzo.
Yes. So the awesome brawlers from the TV show, again, you know, you're going to get appearance from Dan here. Dan is kind of your tutorial guide. Much like they do in the TV show, they will be streaming little information for you to help guide you through the game and get you going on your strategies and just your overall open world experience. So here he's telling us about, you know, I just got a Baku ability card from Larry, and he's telling me how I can assign it to a new Bakugan. Again, one of the layers of strategy that you're going to have to consider is that every Bakugan ability is associated to a single faction. So there, you know, there's 5 factions: Pyrus, Heos, Darkus, Aquos, and Ventus. So as you collect Bakugan ability cards, as you can see, there's 5 here. There's only 4 there. You know, you'll start to get basically what's the equivalent of a mini deck building opportunity. So you get all these cards that are part of your deck to assemble, and your deck is really just the 4 abilities that you're assigning to each Bakugan when you go into the fight. And now Larry is.
So that's where a lot of the strategy comes in. Oh, I'm sorry, Kenny. Go ahead.
Oh no, absolutely. I was just saying Larry gives me more loot here. So yeah, you are correct. That is a lot of where the strategy is coming in.
So personally for you,
oh, go ahead, Tyler. Sorry.
I was just saying personally for you, Kenny, what kind of strategies do you like to implement with your Bakugan? Are you more of a going in guns blazing head first, or a little more strategic on adding more kinds of buffs or recovery?
So you know, it's a good question. The Bakugan factions actually kind of draw their own strategy. So again, leveraging as much as we can from the TCG and bringing that experience into the game for the different players that'll recognize, you know, a lot of the factions have their own playing style. So I generally try and adapt a playing style to the team I want to go in there. But when I have my druthers, you know, I like the balance of Aquos and all its things it can do. But you know, if I'm coming at you with a Pyrus Dragonoid, I will just bring an aggressive attack approach.
Hey Kenny, what does she have for you there?
She's telling us about something she saw at the fountain over here.
Oh,
there's a little sparkle.
Check that out.
So,
all right.
Nice.
This be your third Bakugan?
Aquos Syndius. Indeed. So a lot of what you'll find in oh, sorry. Go ahead, Sam.
Oh, I was just going to say, now you're rocking a full team.
Yeah.
Yes, I am. That is my third Bakugan. So early on, you know, you'll start off finding one Bakugan. We jumped about 30 minutes into play here. But early on, you'll find your initial Bakugan, and then quickly pick up 2 more to fill out a minimum team of 3. And then, you know, you'll keep on finding Bakugan throughout the world by exploring or
hey, Kenny, real quick.
Kind of.
Sorry,
Yeah.
Can you back? Oh, good. I wanted you to back out of that fight so you could strategize really quick before going in.
Oh, yeah. Apologies. Absolutely.
Yeah, so you could see as he was engaging in conversation, they were about to start a brawl, but you got a sneak peek at your opponent's lineup, and that gave you an opportunity to, as he was saying, drop out and then maybe rework your own team to counter what your opponent's going to be bringing into the brawl.
Yeah, exactly. And so, Tyler, to your question, I just got rid of that heal for some more combat attack.
I hope that doesn't come back to bite you.
Dragonoid.
I also hope it does not come back to bite me. I'm going to do it with my Aqua Syndius.
We'll see shortly.
I do like how you're able to switch out those abilities, and I think that adds a lot of depth to the battles, not only in game, but if I'm not mistaken, you'll be taking that online as well, correct?
Correct. That's absolutely right. So, whatever team and abilities you've built up throughout story mode is exactly what you're able to take into an online brawl. So there's the two darkest that he's bringing into the brawl with him.
Time to drum up. Let's do this.
Yeah, good luck.
Yeah, and one of the other
firepower
things,
comes in handy.
We'll see what we can do. And one of the other things that you may or may not have noticed when I was modifying my abilities on the Bakugan screen, every Bakugan has resistances to factions. So I wouldn't call it a papers, rock, scissors system by any means, but each faction has essentially two other factions that it defends well against, while it's weak against another faction. So just another layer of things to think about and ponder when you're going into battle. One of the reasons why you get that preview of who you're getting ready to go against and have the ability to make some alternate decisions.
I have to say, your opponent has been pretty quick to swap his Bakugan between the two that he has. And really fast.
Right.
Yeah, he appears to have not liked his matchups to my Dragonoid originally. So in combat, aside from your four abilities that you're working with, we actually have other things. We're early gameplay, so as you evolve the Bakugan and they get bigger and stronger, there's other things other mechanics that we aren't going to be able to see here, but like Bakugear are passive abilities that you kind of charge up as you play. Those are special cores that, again, making a tactics level decision during the real-time combat. And then another big one is team attacks, pulling more inspiration from the TCG and toy line. If I can successfully charge up all three of my Bakugan here, which I am on my way to do, I will be able to pull off a team attack. So it's a lot about risk and reward, as I'm charging up, taking the time to charge up these guys. Obviously, as you can see, I'm taking a bit of a beating here. However, I'm hoping that the payoff from my one large team attack is going to equal the punishment I'm taking and more.
We hope you can pull that off. You got to get those Baku cores.
Yeah,
you are competing with the other character. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. No, I'm just commenting on the battle. Fine.
Oh yeah, I was just saying that you're competing with the other character to collect those Baku cores as quickly as you can.
That's right.
Yeah, exactly. So the cores on the field are not obviously in abundance. So again, another layer of tactics that you'll be introduced to later on in the game is that there's actually brawler abilities as well. So there's kind of boost gear, if you will, that allow you to do things like run faster, or a force field that knocks your opponent down if you get within a close range of them. So balancing the strategy elements of what Bakugan and what factions you're bringing in to the into the battle, along with what you're doing at the real-time combat level here.
I think we're getting close.
Closer.
There's my team attack.
There you go.
Team attack! Yo, one hit. That was worth it.
So far, so good.
But his work is not done.
Still has one more to go.
And only 92 left on this guy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I can take a couple hits.
Let's see if I can beat him to the core. Yes.
But it was a big risk spending all of that time collecting those Baku cores for all of your Bakugan so that you can build up enough to do that big team attack.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. And the later you get into the game, the riskier that kind of decision becomes. I have a little bit of an edge as I'm a 3 versus 2 advantage on him, but very soon in the story progression, you're going to be facing strictly 3-on-3 battles or brawls.
Well done, Kenny.
All right.
Nice work.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That was a great brawl. Epic team attack.
Nice work. So I think that's all the time we have today for Bakugan Champions of Vestroia. Thank you so much, Kenny and Steve, for joining us and showing us your game. Do you have any final thoughts you want to share with us before we head out?
Yeah, I just want to say we're really, really excited to be able to share the game today, and we hope our fans and beyond love playing it.
Yeah, and
Right,
thank you for the opportunity to be on TreeHouse. And we've loved working with Spin Master on the IP, so it's a great opportunity.
That's
we love working with
Thank you
WayForward.
guys. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you, Kenny and
Thanks a
Steve,
lot,
and
guys.
thank you, Tyler. Thank you, Tyler, for joining us. I hope
Thanks.
everyone enjoyed what you saw today. Thanks for tuning in. Stay safe. Bye, everyone.